Hello crafters, this is Brett Lund with OneCraftyGuy.com. Today we're going to do this surprise pop-up card. This is it. Basically what you do is you pull this slap and then it pops up and reveals a message. Now the dimensions in this pop-up card are made to go onto an A2 size card, so it will fit in the envelope, and it actually has, with the exception of the envelope, it has just a few pieces of paper. It has this one right here. This one has my diagrams on it, and this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Then we also have a 4 1/2 by 3 inches, and then we have a strip of paper that is 3/4 inches by 7 inches. Now if you look at the diagram, what I have done is the dotted lines are where we're going to score, and the solid lines are where we're going to cut. Basically what you'll do is on your piece of 4 inch by 5 1/4 inch, you're going to measure in 3/4 inches, and you're going to, let's go ahead and turn it this way, you'll measure in 3/4 inches, and you're going to score from bottom to top, and then we're going to go back through and make other score marks. So having said that, let's go ahead and get our scoring blade. Okay, set this guy right over here. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to measure 3/4 inches in. So we're going to start at 3/4 inches, and you're going to measure all the way down to 4 1/4 inches. Okay, see how we did that? Okay, and you're going to turn around, do the same thing. Start at 3/4 inches. Measure all the way down to 4 1/4. Okay, now on one of these sides, we're going to go back through and we're going to connect these two lines. So start back, measure in 3/4 inches, and you're going to connect the two lines. Okay, so when it's all is said and done, basically you have this little guy. I'm going to snip this right there. So that's what this looks like. Now what we're going to also do is now we're going to go back and score. Okay, so with the with this line to the left, what we're going to first do is we're going to go ahead. Let me slide this down. We're going to go ahead and connect the two cut lines. So we're going to connect from here down to here. Okay, then we're going to slide it down to 2 1/4. Connect again the two lines, and then we're going to slide down to 3 7/8, and we're going to do it one more time. Okay, so let's go back to our drawing. So once again, we made the 2 cuts along the top and the bottom. We made 1 cut to the side, and then we made a score mark, and a score mark, and then we have these 3 pieces. Okay, so now what we want to do is let's go ahead and fold on your score marks. Fold. Let's use our bone folder to get a nice crisp edge. This paper that I'm using is from Lily Bee Design. It's their Christmas line. Okay, so we have a nice, and so basically the way how it's going to work is it's going to slide up like that. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to grab our 1 inch circle punch, and we're going to punch a half a circle in the side that has the scoring mark. And what we want to do is we want to line it up between this line and this line, so kind of in the center. So okay, so there we go. So now what we'll do is we'll set this guy up to the side, and we're going to get our piece of 4 1/2 excuse me, this is, I believe, 4 inches by 5 1/4 inch. And we're going to take this little guy. Now this is going to be kind of like a belly band. What we want to do is we're going to wrap this around it, and we're going to seal it. But we want to make sure that when we tape it kind of loose. Okay, so off. Okay, so we've sealed that. See, it's kind of loose, and then we're just going to cut this extra off. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take it off, and we're going to line it right here in the middle. Okay, so let's go ahead and put down some score tape. And if you notice, I'm also going to do all around the edge. Now you want to get a nice small line of tape around the edges. You don't want it to be too big, because what's going to happen is if you get it too big, your sliding mechanism won't slide. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to take this top part off, the one that has the flap in it, and we're going to put this guy right on top along the top edge. Okay, and then what we want to do is see this part that overhangs? We're going to go back through and punch that out. Okay, slide this guy back in. See how we have it nice and slid. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take off all of our pieces of score tape. And I'm going to put another one right here and right here. Okay. And then we're going to take our card base and we're going to center this in the card base. Okay, so notice, and then our last thing what we want to do is we want to put a piece of score tape right along this bottom edge. Okay, and then you're going to put it, I don't know if you can see this, you're going to put it right at the base of this little piece of paper that we put behind. What that's going to do is that's, as you pull it up, there you go. Okay, so that is the basic mechanism for the card. And then all I did was add some strips right there, and then we'll add one more right here. So there is our final card. Pretty easy. Okay, now with this, on my website, www.onecraftyguy.com, I actually have kits for these. They are $8 for the kit. They include everything for 4 cards. It'll be this card plus 4 other different. And it also includes this DVD of all the 4 cards on how to make this card. So if you have any questions, feel free to go to my website, www.onecraftyguy.com. And until then, happy crafting.